Let's do this like we always do. Welcome, everybody. This is episode 15 of the N Chipz podcast, which we're calling It's About Time, Sony. Uh,
Yeah, Sony, it's about damn time.
that's right. I'm one of your hosts, Fred,
And
and
I'm Kendall.
yep, to my side, Kendall. Kendall. How are you doing, man?
I'm happy. I'm ready to do this shit. I just want more shit, more games, more news.
Yeah,
Bring it on. All of it. Everything.
that's what I hope for. We try to come every 2 weeks with some news. Hopefully, whenever there's some exciting extra news, we'll come back. We'll do it weekly when we have to, but for the most part, we're doing it bi-weekly right now. Um, but yeah, there's a little bit of news, I think, right? You would say little tiny bit of news,
Yeah, just a little bit.
just a little bit. Anything exciting going on in life?
Other than the PS5 pre-order, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. How's the streaming rig coming along? You got everything getting it dialed in? I know
Uh,
you were talking about you're going to be streaming soon, right?
yeah, just fine tuning some stuff. Trying to stream with an ultra wide is weird because it's like you go from like an ultra wide resolution and
Mm-hmm.
then you try to squeeze it down to a normal resolution. So sometimes things look scrunched,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
trying to fix that so it doesn't look all effed up.
No, it's wild. I know. I just got one of those. What is it? Like those plug-in blowers instead of using the can compressed air cans.
Mm-hmm.
I bought me one of those. I think it's the same one that you got, Kendall. I ordered one. I was like, you know what?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's green. I don't know what color yours is.
Black.
Yeah, I think it was like $1 less than the black one, so I got the green one. And it's dude, that shit is strong, like wild strong. I mean, what's the brand name? What is it? AX Power or something like that, or X Power? Dude, that thing is wickedly strong when you put it on the high setting. I didn't even realize
Mm-hmm.
it. I had papers on my desk, and I was like, well, let me blow out my keyboard just to see what's up. Hell no, dude! I threw stuff everywhere. I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
But
that sounds
it,
about right.
yeah, it's dope though. It's dope. It's got two settings. It's low, and then or hurricane speed or whatever. But it works. It does a job. It works. I recommend it for anybody that wants to get it. Clean your PlayStation, clean your keyboard, clean your stuff. Uh, you don't have to worry about having cans of compressed air and then they get cold and then it doesn't really shoot out anything. But I did that because I finally added my capture card after so long because I couldn't put it in. It was all dusty and shit, and I finally put it in and I got it. I got it on there. So hopefully pretty soon I'll be streaming here on the Los Muchachos Media. Streaming some PlayStation gameplay or something. I don't know, whatever tickles the fancy. Just trying to get more subscribers, maybe more viewers. Oh, hey, what's up, First Class Gaming? Look at that. Yeah, that air thing is no joke. Maybe get some more Twitch subscribers. That way we can go affiliate, and then use some of that little bit of coin that we might get to make the podcast better. But with that, let's get on to the news, Kendall. And I got
All
some
right.
exciting news. All right, let me blow your mind.
All right. Waiting.
Okay, mind blown. Boom. Here we go. So I know a little while ago, a few episodes ago, I was saying might be bringing out a camera, like a cinema camera that might be within like the $3,000 to $4,000 range.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a rumor coming out that they should be announcing one next week, and people are thinking that this might be it. So I was on the Canon Rumors website, which is a good thing and a bad thing because you're always like, oh my god, new rumors. You get really excited for stuff. They're pretty good at getting things right, but they were talking about the Canon Cinema EOS C70. Really long. It's a lot, but it's cool. So this is supposed to have an RF mount, which is like the new line of mounts that they use for the R5, Canon R. What was it? The RP, the R6. It's just that kind of the new line. It's what the EF used to be on the old like 5Ds and things like that. It's just the newer updated lens. But the rumor is the specs on it's going to be it's going to have a Super 35 4K DGO sensor, same one that the EOS C300 Mark III has, which is
Mm-hmm.
the newer cinema line. But that one's big. This one, it's hard to explain it, but it looks a little fatter than maybe like an R5. I'm assuming because it has fans and stuff to vent out, so it doesn't heat up like the other one. It's got no IBIS, which is fine. It's a cinema camera. You know, you can probably put other stabilizers, maybe lens stabilizers and things like that. It's going to do C-Log 2 and C-Log 3. It's going to have an internal ND filter with 10 stops, 422 10-bit into an SD card, and I think it'll do up to 4K 120 and 2K 180. No raw capabilities. It says internally at launch. I don't know if that means that it'll change. And then its battery type is BPA. I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that one. Most of the time it's like the LPE6 or something like that I tend to use more often. But that is a rumor. I'm kind of excited by the looks of it. I've been seeing it, around different other people talking about it. But I'm kind of excited for it. This might be something that we might head towards, because I know we want to shoot some videos when we go to events and other stuff like that. So, it might be something up our alley, something that we're interested in. If it's within that range. Oh, you're drinking a Rockstar?
I love Rockstar.
I'm drinking a Monster. It just so happens that my Monster was hot, so I had to put it in a cup with ice. I mean,
since we're on the camera section of our tech talk here.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. How much did you say the Canon was going to be, or did they release a price?
There's no price. The rumor is the rumor is that it could be anywhere between like the high 3s to 4s. Okay. But you got to remember, this is like a cinema camera, right? The only thing is, it's going to be like a cinema camera, kind of the size of your DSLRs kind of style, Instead of being, because the cinema cameras aren't huge, but they're pretty boxy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a little bigger. This one seems to be a little bit more compact of a cinema camera, which tends to be a little interesting. I don't think it's gonna be like a film camera, but it would be like a dedicated cinema camera.
Okay. Well, let me come at you with this then.
Okay. All right. Please.
Recently, just a few days ago.
Okay. Go.
Along with everything else that Sony just announced.
Oh my God! Yeah. What is Sony announced?
The Sony Alpha A7 Compact.
Oh yes, I heard about it. But please, give us the specs. Give us the lowdown.
Let's see. It is a full frame sensor body in a compact form factor. So it's smaller, it's lighter.
Yeah.
The battery lasts for all day, supposedly. About 760 shots of 4K Ultra HD. Can shoot both in 4K, for video and for photos.
Right.
24.2 megapixel. And it's going to be coming around late October for $2,000, including a 28-60mm lens.
Here's my thing. That's still probably a photo camera that does video, right?
More likely, yeah.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is this is going to be this is the amazing thing. It's a cinema camera. Normally these things are running you like $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 and up. You're about to get yourself a cinema camera at like $3,000 or $4,000. That's really good. So you're not going to be taking pictures with this thing. This is literally, it is going to be your thing to shoot, like like the Blackmagic, pocket cinema cameras and those things, where it's just literally it's what it is you're going to shoot video with it. Like that's its goal. Mind you, these DSLRs are really awesome, and you can shoot, pictures and video, and it's a great option for those, for the guys that are running gun and you don't have a lot. But this is at that price, it's a good option, because most likely you'll be able to shoot non-stop recording. And honestly, fuck it, I like Canon, so I'm gonna be real. I'm fanboying on that one.
All right.
But here's the thing. I gotta ask. This new Sony one, is this, because I know you're in the market. You've been looking. You're trying to eye stuff. Is this Sony more interesting than maybe the A7 Mark III that's about to come out or came out?
I would say so, because it seems to be just a little bit cheaper. At the same time, it's still a full frame sensor, so you're not
Okay.
losing any quality on the pictures or anything.
Right, right, right.
So, and it's completely brand new, so it's going to be going for a while
True.
and everything. So it's just like, you know,
Now I gotta ask: does it still use the same like mounts of lenses? Like nothing, none of that changes or anything like that?
nope, all the same.
Hey man, that's always a good option. I mean, there's always like I always say, there's always some give and take. I mean, there's always a thing why one's a little bit more than expensive than the other one. And I always say, uh, every camera is only a good camera if it's good for what you want to use it for. You know, obviously, what some person uses it for might be different from what you use it for, or what you need it to do. So it makes sense why some people go Canon, why some people go Panasonic, Sony, Fuji, you name it. You know, everybody picks what they want. We're just bringing you the news, trying to be unbiased. I'm just saying, I'm interested in that. Cinema cameras do tend to be expensive once you put that title, cinema camera. They tend to start like bumping up price. So it's nice to see something like that. I know, like I said, some of the Black Magic and some of the other ones, the smaller ones, Pocket Cinema and things like that, they were more affordable. But it's nice to see, it's nice to see affordability and all of the stuff that lets more amateur people like us uh, able to have some fun.
Yeah.
But I guess with that, we got to end the fun because we're gonna start bringing sad news, people. So,
Well, for those who wanted to get the RTX 3080, you know,
ooh,
the
I was actually thinking about it because it is a very good, solid price. Uh, Very interesting to me. So where can I find one, Kendall?
eBay.
What?
Yep, yep.
Didn't it just go?
All the 3080 pre-orders were sold out pretty much like that instantly, pretty much.
Uh,
And you can now, instead of getting a nice
yeah,
top of the line graphics card for like
yeah,
what 700-800 bucks that yeah, well,
yeah.
you can pay about like double that now. It's about most people are selling it at about the 3090 range, so like $1,300, $1,500,
What is this? A
14.
2080? Are we talking about a 2080? Because I thought we were
No,
talking about 30.
3080.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's
So
okay. Here's my thing.
scalpers strike again.
Here's my thing. All right. If nobody knows about this, I like collecting shoes, which I can't because I'm not going to pay the scalper price for shoes. If I can get my pair of ones, the 11s, threes, whatever, you name it. I'm not much of a Yeezy guy. I'll be real with you guys, but if I can get my hands on the shoes that I want at the price that it comes out at, I'm good. But here's the thing, damn you Nike app, if you can't get any better, I swear to you, man. Every time it's a loss. But anyways, that's besides the point. I got my gripes with all you guys that go and get shoes and collect stuff. You know what I'm talking about when you're trying to get that hustle on. I'm trying to get those Nikes. All right, that's no joke. They suck. I mean, it sucks. The Nike app sucks. It just sucks. But I digress. People use bots to supersede that at because when they drop, they don't just drop at a Nike store. They also drop at other places, and people will use bots to buy up all the shoes. All right, that's been a thing that's going on. Streetwear has had all that stuff all the time, and now I'm seeing this fly where like the 3080s is what I've been hearing rumors that they've been using bots to buy up these cards, and I think that's bullshit. Look, I'm a firm believer in look. If you want to buy a pair of shoes for yourself, you want to buy one of those graphic cards for yourself. If you buy one and you decide that you want to sell that one, hell, you know what? Let's just say there's a limit of two. Right? Let me give you two. You buy one for yourself. You buy one to resell. Fine. I hear people were buying like 10 cards and shit.
Wouldn't surprise me, no.
People were gloating about, oh, look how many cards I bought. And then all these things go on resale, and then nobody can afford it. But what I did hear is that people were using bots on eBay to super bid their stuff. Where some of the graphics cards were going like for like 20 or 30, $40,000 when you know nobody's gonna pay for it, just to screw with those guys. And you know what I say? Sweet justice, man. Fuck it. Because I can't hate on one if I can't hate on the other. What I'm saying though is like, whatever happened to the days where you got one or two and that was it. This this resale market, man, is crazy. It messes people. It messes with everything.
Yeah, yep. And not only that, but apparently the 3080 is being review bombed. I don't know if they're doing it to individual accounts or if they're just doing it for the product itself. But everyone's rating it at a 1 star because of all the shit that all the fucking scalpers took.
I heard a lot of it's complaints more than the actual card. It's complaints about how they couldn't get a card or how scalpers or how hard it was, which I think I mean look, I understand that you want to talk shit or something, but let's be real. This isn't the card's fault, right? This is the actual consumers that are using bots that are trying to get these cards, for themselves. When let's be real, dude. It's not the 3080's fault. If the 3080 is good, you should say it's good. So what happens if somebody else comes down the road to actually look at the card and say, hey, I want to see what people reviewed it, and then it's just gonna be like, man, this sucks, terrible. No buy without any concrete. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's keep the sanctity of the reviews. Let's spare them. But another thing that sold out, Kendall, right away was the mighty PS5.
All right, now before we get into that noise, how about we lift the mood up a little bit
with the fucking game releases?
That sweet PlayStation 5 event on Wednesday.
Can I tell you, it all started off with the new Final Fantasy, right? Because that's when I jumped in. That was the first game they showed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't even know what it's about. And I'm already like, yeah, that's sick. I saw some giant, kaiju looking thing. I saw some other thing that maybe was a phoenix. Not 100% sure. I was like, I don't care what this is about. I'm sold. I was like, these guys look cool and this is good. It looks good. I don't know. I'm down. I'm down. It got me right away. That Miles Morales trailer, though. I saw it on my phone, and I don't think I've ever seen my phone look that good. I felt like they exceeded the scale of what I don't even know if my phone's in 1080 or 4K or 2K or whatever the hell. I felt like that game viewing was pushing my phone's graphics to the limit. It looked fucking great, man. Now I gotta ask. Miles Morales, is this a game you're gonna get? Because obviously it's a launch game, right? There you go.
I probably pre-ordered it.
There you go. Because it looks really good, and I'm down. Is there anything else that excited you? Any games once we start going down this line? Because I'll tell you this right now. There's one that I made me drop my panties. I'm not gonna lie, man.
All right, so I mean, pretty much, I'm excited for a lot of the stuff that's coming out.
All of the stuff. Kendall, when they did the little Ragnarok, God of War little teaser, they didn't show me anything. They literally just showed me the little symbol and the little thing, the runes coming on it, and I was like, oh my god! And then it's like Ragnarok, and I'm like, dude, that's it. That's all I need. There's another God of War game coming, and I'm so down for it. I'm excited. I was super excited when I saw that. And then what else what other games do they have? You know what? I didn't see them show any more Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yep, they didn't show any more Horizon Zero Dawn, so we don't.
Now, I'm wondering, is that because the game's gonna come out way late? But they showed us God of War, and God of War isn't coming out that soon, is it?
Well, I'm pretty sure they were just announcing it, and God of War was scheduled for 2021.
Something like that.
When in 2021?
I'm thinking. So I'll be honest. I'm thinking maybe towards the end of the year. What do you think if they're going to release that? Because it can't be early 2021. You think? Do you?
Probably not early.
No, it's got to be late.
It's when you think of it, they have most of the assets done. Because I think it took the original of it so long was because they literally had to do everything from the ground up.
True.
They had to do the engine, they had to do all the assets, the way the combat works, and all the systems and everything. And now they have that kind of
Delvin.
all pretty much in there and ready.
Okay.
So maybe mid 2021.
Hmm.
I don't think early 2021,
You
but
don't think you don't think maybe they try to toss it like holiday season, try to sell some more PlayStations around that time?
maybe.
Give you that special start off with a God of War as the special God of War PS5 edition or whatever.
I mean, they could do that, but if they didn't do it for that,
Hang on,
they.
I gotta ask though, right? The PS5, the plates are gonna come off the sides, right? If I
I
wasn't mistaken,
I don't know. I don't think like you're talking about like the
the
white.
white, yes, the white part. I thought I saw pictures where the white part can come off it. Cause
I haven't seen that. All
cause
I know is that apparently everyone's saying it's fucking huge.
yeah, cause it's thick. That PS5 is dummy thick.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what I was gonna say. If the sides can come off, right? Think about it like this. So remember how you'd have a collector's edition all the time for the play. Oh, excuse me, for the PlayStations.
Mm-hmm.
What if the plates come off right on the sides, but instead of getting a whole PS5, you just get the plates to put on it? So you get like you could pre-order like a special edition God of War or whatever, a collector's edition, and on the collector's edition you get the two side plates that you could just stick on your PlayStation. So your PlayStation would be the same one, but you would have plates. So maybe Cyberpunk 2077, and it's got the little plates that you put on it.
I mean, that could be extra accessories they can make for it to
Dude,
make money, but
I'm just saying, if that's how it works, I'm so fucking down. Because I would buy extra regular PlayStation plates if they sold them like that. So I
mm-hmm.
could put like waifu stickers on them. Bam, man, it just slaps, dude. Just slap it up on one of them, so I can have it on when I want to, like that. And when I want to go back to the original PlayStation thing, I can go back. Because I'm so down. Yo, you didn't even know. My brain's working a mile a minute on that one. But I digress because we got to go like this. We saw the whole event, right? And Sony drops their price on the PlayStation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of their prices? Right. So they went for the non-disc version, $399. For the disc version, $499. Now that you know the Xbox price, right? Because this is what people are, been talking about. Now that you know that, yeah, First Gaming over there knows what's up. He wants those. He's talking about those waifu stickers, and I'm like, yeah. And Cyberpunk 77. But what I want to say is, do you think it's fair pricing compared to the Xbox? Right, the Xbox had one at $299. Mind you, that's not 4K, right? Or it's not. What I'm saying is, it's not up to spec as the other one, right? Because on PlayStation, you go disk drive or no disk drive, but they're both the same specs, right?
Yep.
While you go to Xbox, the $299 is a far less one compared to what the $499 one is, right? So obviously the two top of the line ones with their Blu-ray players or whatever will be $499. But
Mm-hmm.
the PlayStation gives you the same one, just diskless for $399, while the other one is $299. Now, what do you think? I want to know your opinion on what you think about that.
Well, I mean, it completely depends on what exactly is that you're going for, really.
Hmm.
I mean, it's like the Series S, which is the budget version for
Mm-hmm.
Xbox next generation consoles, is weaker than current generation as of right now.
Dang.
So it's
I mean,
yeah, it's $299. So it is the cheapest at the moment, but it is also weaker than their Xbox One X.
okay.
So now it also does not come with a disc drive at $299.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a weaker console. It is a smaller console, so you can fit it in random and a lot more places and everything,
Right.
and it won't like mess with your whole setup if that's what you're worried about. But at the same time, they are advertising it and saying like its max output is 1440p, but at this again they've kind of backtracked and said, oh no, it can do 4K. We're just giving it to the developers to say, do it in 1440p. But it's up to the developers if they want to take advantage of the 1440p or if they want to try to push and do 4K, blah, 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 which I find BS. Because normally when you do specs, you give the entire specs. You do everything it can do, like what it outputs and everything. Not be like, put 1440p, which is the recommended resolution, as the max output.
Mm-hmm.
But in a sense, I mean, if you're really that hard of wanting to play next gen to the point where you want to buy a $299 discless, much weaker version of a console, I would think of it as a waste. Now, if they threw in a disc drive or whatever, that'd be fine. Or maybe they already have a Series X, digital only edition that they're planning to release too. They're in for $399.
Yeah, so like a 1, 2, 3 kind of combo.
Yeah, but as of right now, I think Sony has like the better marketing strategy, with the consoles and everything, because it's like you get literally the same thing in both sides. You get the one with the Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and then you get the other one that's just all digital.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a difference of $100.
Yeah.
Which I thought it was going to be a difference of $100 for the consoles, but I did not expect it to be a $499 to a $399 deal. I thought it was going to be the $549 and $449.
Right.
So it's $50 cheaper than I originally thought it was going to be.
Okay. Now I'm gonna give my 2 cents there. Right. This is my pull out your tinfoil hat. Right. We're about diving conspiracy theories right now. I originally thought, and I really did think this, that the PS5 was going to be disc, like you said, 550, 600, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the discless would have been 450, 500, somewhere around there, somewhere between those kind of little gap, right? What I think was they were waiting to see where Xbox dropped, and when Xbox dropped their price at $299 and at $499, they decided, F it, we're gonna go $399 for the discless, $499 for the disc, right? And then they just call it there. So maybe they dropped the price even $100 more than what they would have.
I mean, they could have.
I'm not saying that they needed to, but maybe they did it to sell more units so they could get way more people, right? Because there is a big gap when you go, oh well, the disc drive would be like $699, but then I can buy the Xbox for $499 with a disc,
Mm-hmm.
When if you can make both of the top of the lines the same price, and then you just drop $100 on the other one, I mean, why not? Or I could be completely wrong, and that was the price the whole time, and it just happened to be that they dropped it like that. I don't know. That's why I'm saying tinfoil hat.
Everything in tinfoil hat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I will say this. I know people hate on how it looks. The PS5 looks like with a disc drive. I actually like it. I like the way it looks like that. It's got this little hump, a little bump on the side. Looks like it's got a little booty on it. I'm enjoying it.
Right?
I'm just saying. I mean, it's weird, but yeah. I mean, here's my thing. I've moved from apartments twice, and when you don't have internet for that day or two while you're moving, and you get the cable guy or the internet people to come hook you up, it is damn nice to be able to pop in a DVD into a PlayStation. And I'm just gonna be honest, I know I'm gonna move again, so I don't have any other DVD players. I don't have any disc drive. My PC, no disc drive. Period.
Yeah, this is probably the first PC build I've done where it doesn't have a disc drive, and that's because literally everything on PC has gone completely digital.
Yeah.
Like even if you were to buy a physical game case for a PC game,
it's got a code in it.
It literally just comes with a code in it.
It's the Nintendo thing where you get a code for some of these games where you open the box and you're like, why'd I get a box? I mean, just for collectors maybe, like a collector thing to have it, but it's just literally a code inside. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks Nintendo.
Well, I mean, like the whole thing for me getting physical is because just in case of like say, like the PS Vita or whatever, the Sony isn't making them here anymore in the States or whatever. They pretty much took the store down for the PlayStation Vita and everything like that. So it's like, and then they're not even running support on the Vita anymore. and everything. But it's like I
But you
still have physical games that I can use
and you
to
can still play.
play on my Vita.
That's always been
Like,
the thing that I've wondered. Like, what happens if they decide to take the license away from you, Kendall?
well, then you're fucked.
Exactly, right? But with a digital copy, I mean, with a physical copy over the digital, you'll still be able to play the game.
Yep. Now, if they took down the servers or whatever, I mean, you would have to make like your own server or
Yeah, well,
whatever.
true,
But
true.
like, you still have the game, and
Yeah.
you can play, all the offline stuff and the single player and everything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I agree. I mean, I'm a little old school in that sense still, that I still like the disc drive. And a lot of people are like, dude, I love digital, but you know what? Uh, the reason that I like that they still offer a disc is this. There's people out there that don't have fast internet. It takes them forever to download a game. Having a physical copy is way better than trying to download a game, because it's easier to download an update than to download a full game sometimes. So, I mean, tit for tat. I just like it. But I don't know. I mean, I know PlayStation learned their lesson, right? Because I know you said that you think maybe Xbox might drop something in the middle somewhere there. But here's my thing on that. PlayStation learned their lesson, I feel like, from the PS3. You remember how many PS3s there were? How many versions? There were like 4 or something like that?
Well, let's see. It originally launched with two.
Right.
The 60 gigabyte version and then the 20 gigabyte version.
Right.
And then they came out with a kind of,
Like for 40, didn't they?
I don't remember if it was in the middle or if it was a lot cheaper than the 20 because they
No.
took back some of the backwards compatibility out
Right,
of
right,
it.
right. Yeah, yeah.
40. So, there was just so many different versions of
And
the PS.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I got the top of the line one at a discount because of all that bullshit. Like, because there were too many PlayStations, people didn't know which one to get. It was big old mass confusion. Too many options on the system. On a console. I think they're going the right route with just these two. Either you get a disc or no disc. Like, that's the best option that you can get. Same systems, just disc or no disc.
And then
Easiest.
they're probably going to come out with a Slim because they always come out
Oh
with
yeah,
like
yeah. The Slim, yeah. They're gonna
but it's
come eventually.
like the same specs and everything.
Now, do you think they're gonna come out with a Pro or no? Or you think that was just something that they came out last time and they're not gonna do again?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what the developers end up needing. I
True.
guess.
Because I always wondered, I go, was that a one-time thing? To like extend the life cycle of the PlayStation. Well, the PlayStation and the Xbox. You know what I mean? So they got to the point now where the new consoles were gonna come out. Or is this a new type of thing where they're going to do, where they're going to go, here's your, I guess you could call it your founder's edition of the console. Then, like 2 years, 2.5 years down the road, when parts and stuff gets cheaper, here's a slim version of the console. And then, maybe another year or two later, is like, guess what? We got your pro version of the console.
Mm.
Which, I'll be honest, I never bought the pro. Did you get the pro for the PlayStation?
Yep, I have the Pro and I love it so much more than over
Yeah.
the base one.
Listen, did you trade in your PlayStation to get the Pro, or or did you keep both?
I had both for a while,
Uh huh.
and then I was originally going to sell the PS4 to a friend for $100,
Right.
but he was lagging it. So, and at one point, GameStop had a promotional trade-in thing or whatever. I still hadn't gotten a Switch yet, so I took that and I traded it in and got $200 for it.
Oh, good shit! $100 more than what you were gonna get. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I put it, towards the Switch, and then got a Switch that way.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's actually really cool. Yeah. See, I never got the Pro, so I don't know what I was missing out. I just know that with some of these newer new games like now, my stuff sounds like a jet engine every once in a while.
Yeah, clean that shit out, man.
Is that why? I thought it was because it was pushing the stuff hard. Well, that's why. Now that I got that the not that we're sponsored, but now that I got that X Pro air blower, I'm gonna take my PlayStation apart and clean it out. Even though I want to get that PS5.
Mm.
PS5.
How are you going to trade in the PS4 when you get the PS5?
No, because I still have my PS3, even though it doesn't work. I'll be honest. I think it got that. What is it? That red ring of death or whatever the hell that PlayStation got.
Oh, Yellow Light of Death.
There you go. I've been wanting to get it fixed, but I haven't. But I still have it. What I don't have, what we do have in this house is a PS1, and I think you gave it to Brittany, so that's why we have it.
Oh, yeah.
So we have that one. I've got a two PS3s, one slim, and then that big old chunky one because the kids had one. I have the two PS4s, one mine and then the boys. I don't know if I might get rid of mine or maybe get rid of the boys because their boys are the slim one, and mine's the original one. I don't know which one I should keep, but I might trade one in later. Like, we don't need that many consoles, or maybe I'll keep both of them so the kids can have one and have like a little gaming room. But yeah, I might retire the PS4. Not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with them yet, but there's that because I still have a NES and I still have an N64.
Great player.
Yeah, but you have that Ultra HD. Come on, man.
I'll just put in like one of the kids' rooms.
The kids already have a PlayStation in their room.
Yeah, but does it have a Blu-ray in the room?
Yeah, because of PlayStation.
So wait, you have more than one PS4?
Yeah, Fred and Dom have a PS4 and I have a PS4.
Well, then why didn't you get the PS4 Pro and you could have given the kids the base PS4?
No, because the PS4 Pro hadn't come out yet when I bought them a PS4. I bought them the Slim. So they have a Slim and I have the original. And the thought did occur to me to trade in one of them to get it, but then I'm like, at that point, you know what I mean? I already bought two PS4s, so that way they could play and they wouldn't bug me. That I was like, damn, do I really want another PS4? Like, what am I going to be full of three PS4s?
Yeah, why not?
I did think about that kind of.
Living in the future, you'd have the PS12.
If I fuse them together like Dragon Ball?
Yeah, exactly.
We got a comment over here from Bell's Paper Pages. She says I should take it apart. My buddy, First Class Gaming, he took his PlayStation apart. Sounds a lot better. Yeah, no, I'm going to take it apart. I'm just scared that when I put it back together, it's not going to work. But
if it doesn't work, then guess what? You can send it in to Sony.
Yeah, but with it not working, let's talk about not working, all right? Because this is the real meat and potatoes of this whole thing. Did anybody out there try to pre-order a PlayStation 5?
Now that was a pain in the ass.
No, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, one, never got notified. Okay, I signed up to Best Buy and a couple of places to get notified when they were going to put them up for sale, right? I did not get one email from anybody.
I can say I got an email from Best Buy.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did. I'm not lying. I got it.
All right, here's what happened. I went on to Target because one of my buddies was like, I wonder when the PS5s go for sale. And I go, you know what, you're right. Let me go check. I went on Target and I saw the pre-orders were for sale. So then I went and I put it in the cart. And then I went to check out at Target. And I sent the link to the guys on Messenger. And then it kicked me out. It just said, sorry, nothing's in your cart. Goodbye. And then this weird page came up on Target. So I was like, holy shit. And I go on Best Buy, blah, 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 and I send the guys, here's one on Best Buy. I put it in my cart. It's in my cart, and I keep refreshing, and it wouldn't let me load. Like, I started getting all these weird letters and stuff, because they crashed. All the sites crashed. And I kept trying to refresh on Best Buy to try to get the PlayStation. Eventually, I gave up. Because I was like, dude, nothing's happening. It kept telling me it's not in my cart. It started going, I went to GameStop. Amazon, I tried it everywhere. I could not get anything. I cried. And then I heard people going like, see, Bell's Paper Pages right here. She got a notification after it was sold out. Like, hey, the PlayStation's for sale, and then sold out.
A lot of people seem to have gotten a lot of notifications super late.
Well, because from what I heard was, they weren't even supposed to be sold at that time.
Nope. Sony said that they were going to be going up for pre-orders the next day.
That's what I had heard.
And the thing is even because it's like I was up and I was watching the PlayStation event the whole time. Mm-hmm. The whole time I stayed up, and I had worked the previous night, so I got off work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I stayed up until noon, 1 o'clock. When the event went, I think it was 1?
Something like that, maybe, yeah.
Alright, so I was up until 1, till the event started, and I watched the whole thing all the way up until the end of it. And so, by the time I actually lay down and went to sleep, it was like 2:30 already. And that entire time since the end of, the PlayStation event, I kept checking every single website to make sure that the pre-orders hadn't gone up yet, like, just as a surprise and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, all right, the pre-orders, they're fine. They haven't sprung on as a surprise. So I went to sleep. I wake up at 8 o'clock, and I've got messages from everybody saying pre-orders, went live. I checked my email. Best Buy sent me the email saying, "Hey, pre-order your PS5 now." And then it's just like, I was like, fuck.
But with all this news, you told me you got one though, right?
I was lucky enough. A friend sent me a notification about Amazon, because Amazon's pre-orders went up later.
Yeah.
I was on my way to work when my friend sent me the message and everything on my phone. So I did all of this through my phone, but I was actually able to get a pre-order for the disc-based PS5 on Amazon.
Sick.
But there's a huge caveat there, because we know Amazon seems to have this problem of pre-ordering too many at the same time. So I've also got an email from Amazon saying, "Hey, you might not get this on release day."
Shit, you're one of those? Oh man. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I heard about that. That some people are getting the, hey, you might not get this on release date. Okay,
So
here's the thing. I heard PlayStation. I heard PlayStation saying that they're gonna release more pre-orders. I know I sent this to you on Instagram. I don't know if you saw that message that I sent you. But they're talking about releasing more pre-orders so people can get the PlayStation. Can pre-order the PlayStation 5. I'm hoping that happens. I want to get it at Target because they give you 5% off when you use your red card. We are not sponsored by Target, but damn it if it's not a good deal. But anywho, I'm hoping that if they do release more, they announce it, or I can hear about it ahead of time so I can go pre-order one, with the hopes that they come out on time. Now, I got a feeling that most likely these extra ones that they're gonna let you pre-order are not gonna come out on time. But I mean, what do I know?
I mean, it's like, honestly, see, this whole pre-order situation with the PS5 is kind of both a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because with the simple fact that it just kind of sprang up out of nowhere, there was probably a lot less scalpers than if it was a planned event, like, say, with how the Xbox Series X situation is going to be. How, hey, we have a date and a time where it's going to be available across all retailers.
I think that's what PlayStation wanted. It just unraveled somehow, like so bad.
So, but we'll have to wait and see how the whole Series X situation comes out.
Well, okay. Do you think that there's that much hype for the Series X? So let's be real. Do you think there's that much hype for the Xbox as there is for the PlayStation?
I mean, does it matter? I mean, scalpers use bots.
True. No, you're right. You're right.
And if there's going to be any demand for it or whatever, they'll just pick it up and be like, "Hey, confirmed pre-order, $1,500 on eBay," or whatever the hell they try to put it.
I know.
So just for everyone to know, if you're interested in getting the Xbox Series X or the Series S, pre-orders for it will begin September 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So it will be 8 a.m. Pacific.
There you go. 8 a.m. The 22nd, you said?
Yep, September 22nd.
8 a.m. September 22nd. If you guys all want an Xbox, I don't know which one of you guys would. I don't, but if you did, there you go. Don't say we didn't tell you, because we were always trying to give you guys the best information and keep you guys ahead of the game.
Also, apparently, they already threw in a list of places where you can pre-order it, which it's going to be on Amazon, Target, Best Buy, Costco.
You know what? I never checked Costco for the PS5.
So, Newegg.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Okay.
and apparently a Army and Air Force exchange service.
What? Well,
Yeah.
military. It's cause probably for the military people that are out there. They like to game too. I'm
Yeah.
assuming, which is cool. Now, the only reason that I'm a little hesitant on how many Xbox going to sell, because I think their Game Pass is a really good idea, because then you can play it on PC.
Mm-hmm. Which
That,
I have.
which
Not gonna lie.
no, but that's what I'm saying. I think that is way more enticing to me to pay the Game Pass and play the Microsoft games on my computer instead of me buying, because you build a computer, it costs you a good amount of money. If I could play all the Xbox game on my PC, why not? I'll pay the Game Pass instead of buying whatever Xbox it is, and I'll play it on my PC. But
Yeah.
I'll buy a PlayStation because they have enough exclusives that I want to get it. Now here's the thing. Here's one question. Do you? Oh, Walmart still. Oh, Walmart sending notifications late. Here's my thing, Kendall. And this is one of the last. I mean, because we're kind of coming up at the end, I think, of what we got. But I really want to have this discussion. Do you think game exclusivity is a good or a bad thing?
Well, I mean, it depends for who.
Well, okay. Well, obviously we know exclusivity for games for the for the system owners themselves, like Sony or Microsoft, obviously would probably be good, right? If you go for the developers, it's probably bad because obviously they would want their game to be out everywhere to make the most money, right?
Not necessarily. Because when you think about it, I mean, well, look at the Sony exclusives, for example. For the people that are developing for the PS5, they literally have one spec to create all their stuff for.
Okay.
They optimize it. They know what they have to work with. And that is all they have to work around. So they don't have to do like this whole, say like third-party developers like Activision who are going to be making COD for both Xbox and PC and PS5. They have to pretty much take in consideration for everything. Like they have to make sure it runs on the Xbox Series S. If they do like PS4 and Xbox One versions, they have to make sure it runs on those.
Okay, you're right.
On PC, they have to have like a minimum spec requirement which is usually like 5 or 6 generations behind current hardware, or even older than that, really. So it's just like, if it's an exclusive game specifically for that console, you will be able to squeeze out more performance and have it run a lot better with a lot less bugs because you don't have to go through different different console specs, different console structures, and like how they process information, and because everyone's gonna run a little bit differently between how their SSDs will interact with the RAM and the CPU and the GPU, and how they have their pipelines configured for all that data to be processed and everything.
No, you're right. You know what? You're so right on that.
So honestly, I think developers will probably benefit the most.
What about the consumer though? Like, what? How about us as the consumer? Do you think exclusives is a bad thing?
Well, as a consumer, personally, for me, no, because I can see like benefits in like how everything runs. Like, say, Xbox has Halo,
right?
And PlayStation had Killzone.
Okay.
Because basically, Killzone was supposed to be like the Halo and all that other stuff, and it's like Killzone itself wasn't really a bad game. It just didn't take off like Halo did,
right?
And everything. So it's like the story was okay. It wasn't amazing and everything like that. It didn't spark like a whole franchise. I mean, the last Killzone game was Shadowfall on PS4 when the PS4 first launched.
Yeah. You're right.
And everything, and it's like, and it wasn't a bad game. you know, it was still a good game. It was still fun to play, and I played through all of it. So it was just like, but it's like at the same time, the whole argument for exclusivity being bad for consumers is because people are saying, well, what if I want, you know, spent $3,000 on a PC and I want to play it on PC so I get, you know, the most out of my money? Well, it's like, well, maybe you should have made a more informed decision.
That's always the one thing that I feel. It's always a tough one, right? Because you do go like, hey, it is what it is. That is business, right? The companies are going to buy the exclusives because they know that's what's going to sell their product. Us as a consumer want to play that game, therefore you'll buy whatever product you need to buy to play that game, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it works. And I do understand that there's times where I've been like, hey man, I would love to play like Dead or Alive, what was it, beach volleyball, because they're all in bikinis. But it was only on Xbox 360 at the time, and I had a PlayStation. What would have been 3? I think it was Xbox 360, and I was like, I can't play it, you know, and I got sad because I was like, I wanted to have uh, beach volleyball ladies dancing around my screen, and I couldn't. But then I think it was a PS4 got N Chipz and that's like a Bikini Warrior or something like that. And I don't think the Xbox got it. So, nah, poo poo, stick your head in doo doo, take that. Xbox. You could put a banana split bikini on them. I don't want to explain it, but look it up. Onichibara. It's a good one. You know, because this is a family podcast, so we're not gonna talk about that one. But yeah, I mean, it's always a thing. You know, it's always, you know, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's just gonna be one of those feelings. I just know because PlayStation dropped so many exclusives on it, supposedly, that I know there's people out there that are probably like, damn, you know, what the hell, PlayStation? Why can't we play it? Like, what was it? Kingdom Hearts came out on Kingdom Hearts 3. I think came out on all the systems, right? Is that correct? When it used to be just a PlayStation exclusive. Well, I mean, at least the main titles of Kingdom Hearts were PlayStation. Well, I want to say the side stories were all
On
Nintendo.
Nintendo consoles.
All
They were all
Nintendo. Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. So, yeah, because they went from like the advanced to, uh, no, yeah, they were all like on the advanced and the Game Boy, or I don't know. Something. Yeah. Well, anyways, predominantly they were all Nintendo consoles on that. So, yeah, you know, however everybody feels, I don't know where you guys stand on this PlayStation 5 Xbox debate and fight. I like both consoles. I think they're both cool. I just picked which one I want because, like I said, I would rather buy Game Pass because I already have a PC. So I feel like why would I redundantly buy two of the same thing when my PC can do more stuff, right? But
And now, the other thing that I want to point out with like the whole Xbox situation is they did a good job of selling Game Pass.
Really good job.
Didn't do a good job of selling the console.
I agree.
As much as a lot of people hate exclusivity, that's probably going to be the number one reason why people are going to be going more towards the PS5 than they are the Xbox. Because if they have a PC, why would they need a second PC?
True that.
Which is going to be able to play the Xbox games.
And I wonder, do you think Xbox wants to go more of as a service thing now than an actual console? Like think about it like this. Like,
spending a lot of money to do this whole thing. Like they just released the Project X Cloud in beta for mobile phones.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, so think about it like this: what if the Xbox Series S and X or whatever is just a means for you to play their Game Pass and their cloud stuff, right? So Samsung's going to be able to run, I think, the mobile stuff, right? If you already got a PC, you get to use Game Pass. But what if you couldn't afford a PC or you couldn't afford a phone maybe that ran that stuff, but you could afford a $299, you know, Xbox Series S or whatever to run their new games on Game Pass because that's where they want you. Not so much the console, but they want you on that Game Pass because they want your money every month for the rest of eternity or whatever.
Essentially, yeah.
Because I have a feeling that some people are going like that. Well, I feel like Sony itself is still being just Sony that it's always been. You buy the console, you buy the games, you enjoy it, and that's all we're selling you. You know, you use PlayStation Plus because you got their servers and stuff to pay their stuff off. But other than that, they're not trying to sell you anything extra.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where you guys' take on that stuff is or how you guys feel about that, but a lot of things are going like to service stuff, and that personally, I don't really like a lot of that stuff for service.
But speaking of services, though,
Yeah.
the whole PlayStation collection for that is going to be coming with your PS Plus for free on PS5.
What's that?
So you can play a lot of the greatest hits of PS4 games. Like you'll be able to play Persona 5.
Oh yes.
Or
Okay, how come they? Okay, I was gonna say that. So they're gonna give you Persona 5, right? Why didn't they give us Persona 5 Royal?
I don't know. Probably because it's too new.
Mm.
Then it seems to be like all greatest hit stuff that they're given.
Oh, okay. Which I think it's cool, especially especially if you get that PS5 and you go, well, what the hell am I gonna play? There's a lot of stuff now that you're gonna get for free that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Keep you busy at least while the games come out, which I think is smart because was it the PS4 where it was like it felt like there was like a lag between games? Because I want to say I got the PS4 and then I played one game and then I felt like it was like a couple months before I got a new one, and then a couple months, and then all of a sudden it started trickling out kind of at a little faster pace.
Yep.
And that sucks.
Well, and then picked up because then again, that's when Sony was, coming from the PS3 generation and had to make a comeback. So it's like they took a little bit of time.
They did, and I remember that, and I don't like that. So at least having these games now, for people that haven't played them, it gives them something to do while they're maybe waiting for the next game. So maybe you pick up Miles Morales, you beat it, and you're like, well, what am I going to do now while there's a gap? Well, there's all these free games that they gave you, covers that gap.
Like Bloodborne, and if you haven't played Bloodborne, you should play Bloodborne because everyone loves Bloodborne.
Oh, I thought because you were a masochist. I don't know. I mean, because that's.
I mean, someone say Bloodborne 2?
Jesus Christ.
Did you say Bloodborne 2?
What about that? What was it? Demon Souls?
Oh, dude, I already got that shit pre-ordered. I'm gonna be on that shit all day.
Jesus Christ.
All the time.
You gonna be streaming that?
I can't wait. Yeah, I'll stream that. Why not?
Yep. Well, Kendall, it seems to me that today we have officially came to the end of our journey. Another beautiful podcast done for the record books.
Oh, we're keeping records?
I mean, our YouTube channel. If you guys don't know about that, go look us up at Los Muchachos Media. We got our old podcast there. If you guys want to listen to us, we're on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Look for the Disc and Chips podcast there, and you'll find it. We're going to be coming back with Cringe or Binge. We used to do that. We're going to be doing that again. Talking about episodes of TV shows and things like that we're watching. We don't know exactly. Maybe next week we might start it back up. We're not 100% sure, but we'll let you know. But with that, Kendall, let everybody know where they can find you and the other stuff that you've got.
Alright, so if you want to check me out here on Twitch, it is at Esper6476 at your favorite twitch.tv. Getting ready to stream The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, which is a JRPG that released a long time ago, and finally, the 4th installation of the story is going to be coming out next month, so I'm going to be doing a deep dive of that.
You got a collector's edition for that game?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
So I'm waiting for that to ship. And then, let's see. Instagram is what, 56?
I think it's the same thing. As per something 56. I hope you guys like how professional we are with that we know our Instagram name so well.
Yep, Instagram is Esper56. If you want to follow me there, then that is where I will be announcing where I go live. And that's about it.
Yep, and you can find me at the Los Muchachos Media Instagram because I I gotta give Kendall the password for that so he can put stuff up there too. But if you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me there because I don't really give out my other Instagram. Not like I put much there. You can follow us on Twitter at Los Muchachos Inc. because someone took media. I think I said that before. One of these days we'll get it. You can also find us here on Twitch. You can find us, like I said, YouTube, and then any other the podcast places. I want to say a big thank you to everybody that watches, everybody that listens. I want to also say follow a few of our friends here on Twitch because we like support. We've got First Class Gaming. He does amazing streams twice a day. You got Belle's Paper Pages. She does amazing little art. Kind of, it's a really nice thing to watch. It's very calming and soothing. She'll do her art and play some good beats in the background while you get to see some beautiful art on screen. And then follow my bro. He's a Frozen Hoodie. Good streams. And then we got our friend and our buddy who made our stickers. We got to show the stickers next time. That we got some vinyl stickers done by Low Camry. You can find them on Instagram at Low Camry. We always put the stuff, the extra links of our friends and our buddies on our YouTube page. If you guys want to see them, go follow them later. But just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. We'll hopefully get better with time. We kind of want to make affiliate here, so hopefully we can get a few more followers. I think we're at 19 followers now. Got to make it to the 50. So hopefully somehow, some way, more of you guys start listening and following us on Twitch. But with that, I want to say thank you very much, and later.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Bye, everybody.